Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Chat with Mila podcast edition. My name is Mila. If you're just joining us, you're right on time. This now where we do now. On the Chat with Mila podcast, what I do weekly is to bring you real life stories of everyday people across the globe so that you can listen, not only listen, learn one or two things and also borrow them a leaf out of your book of wisdom so they can solve their problems and we can all move on in life. Now, if you would like to reach me, you'd like to send me your own story, kindly use any of the available means on the screen to reach me. And I'll be here to bring you weekly premium gist, table your issues online so that people can listen, they can advise you and help you solve your problems. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I've got gist. See, things are happening in life, but let it not be that I'll just leave what I'm supposed to say and just keep telling stories. Chill, find a comfortable position to sit down, gallant very well, and come with me as I read you this story. Come with me. Hello, Mila. I salute you for what you do for people. Thank you for giving people like me a place to vent publicly without an identity. Kindly keep me anonymous. You're welcome on board. I am at a crossroad in my life now, and I don't even know the way forward. I made a costly mistake as a young, struggling girl, and today, as a grown woman, I deeply regret my actions, and I'm writing to you in hope that both you and your audience can help uplift my spirit and advise me on the way forward. That's what we're here for. I am from a very poor family, and despite the poverty, my parents did their best to educate me. While in 300 level, I got pregnant for my boyfriend and was afraid to terminate it because, first of all, there was no money to go to a hospital to have it done properly, and I refused to self-medicate. I decided to remain in school and hide my pregnancy from my family due to the shame and disappointment my actions would bring them. Somewhere around the 6th month of my pregnancy, my boyfriend, also a poor student like myself, came and told me of a couple who would love to adopt our baby, but without all the paperwork involved, and they would also pay us off totally so the baby would be theirs for life. Something smells like selling. I digress. Let me continue. At first, I was very angry and disappointed in him because, in essence, they wanted to buy our baby. How could he accept such an offer for our first child? I told him I wasn't doing it, and he kept persisting, talking about all the advantages of doing it and how the 10 million naira they were offering could change our lives if we shared it equally. Each of us could start a business of our choice or invest the money, and by the time we graduate, we would have something to move ahead in life with. I thought about it for a while and agreed, and that was how we gave up our baby for 10 million naira. That was a lot of money back then. I didn't know the couple. I never met them. The people that came to collect the baby came at night, wearing a disguise because they didn't want to be recognized or traced, but they delivered the money. To be honest, the money changed our lives, especially mine. It became the foundation of my success today, and I can proudly say I have made something substantial out of my life. But here is my biggest concern. This matter happened 12 years ago, and ever since then, I've not been able to have another baby since I got married 6 years ago. I've done 5 IVFs, but nothing worked. Medically, I am okay and my husband is fine, but we have not been able to have a child. My then boyfriend recently reached out to me that he's also unable to have a child since marriage, and he's thinking it has something to do with our baby and the past. He even told me he tried to get another woman pregnant outside marriage, but it turned out the baby wasn't his anyway. It's not like I've not been praying, but I'm afraid of the secret about my past coming to the surface if I decide to start seeking spiritual help with my husband. To start with, I don't even know where and how to start looking for my son. I don't know the people or where they are from or how to reach them. I asked my ex-boyfriend if he knows how we can reach the couple, but he said he doesn't know how, that they were a new member of his former church back then in school, and they moved out after they got the baby, and he said church no longer exists today. I am in deep regret now, and I know people would like to insult me, but please know that poverty made me do it. If I had the means of survival or my parents were capable, I would never have agreed to exchange my baby for money. Today I have money, but I can't even have a child of my own. It's only a matter of time before my husband gets tired and either leaves me or impregnates someone else. I hate my life right now and I don't know what to do. Please help me. What can I do? Do I go spiritual and see if I can get help? But what if my past comes to the surface? I know for sure that my marriage will end if my husband finds out what I did. Not only because I didn't tell him I had a baby before, but because I gave him out for money. Looking back now, I feel like a horrible person. But I had no choice back then and I didn't know better. What can I do now? Please advise me and post my story for the public to advise me. I hope I'll feel better after sharing these secrets and hopefully I'll get the advice that I need on what next to do. Thank you and I pray for more wisdom for you. Best wishes. Yeah? Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, I brought this to the court of public opinion because frankly speaking, I personally don't know what to tell her to do. You know, sometimes in life, when you think that you have escaped certain things, the past will come calling. And the irony of life is, what seemed okay to you at that time, in hindsight now, if you look at it, it feels like, how could you have done that? So I don't really want to blame them because, you know, poverty, don't trust the loyalty of a poor person because poverty can make you do and undo. So let's also factor in all of these things. First of all, she was afraid of her parents. They were poor. She was also poor. And they were young and naive. So I do not know how to go about this. And this is why I've brought this to the court of public opinion. Please be kind, be respectful in your opinion, but be honest. What would you have her do? What would you advise her to do? What do you think is the best way to address this issue? Please leave your comments in the comment section. She will be reading. And also, yes, in case you also have your own story you'd like to share anonymously, kindly use any of the available means on the screen to reach me, and I will be here to table it before the court of public opinion. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share our content, follow all our social media handles across both so that we can grow this community and I can keep bringing you weekly premium gist. But until I come your way again next week, this is where we draw the curtain for this week's episode. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, but be honest in all your dealings. My name is still Mila, and I'll see you again on the next episode. Bye for now.